welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
All right, everybody, welcome. Tonight we have the Orlando Magic facing off against the Spurs out in San Antonio. Checking out the Spurs, this is going to be a great test of their ability to match up against any style of opponent. The front office had that in mind when this roster was constructed. We'll see how it actually plays out tonight.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan.
Great vision, David. Thank you. We don't see this very often, Clark, but tonight, two teams that really thrive in the half court.
Yeah, and you know, they can get up and down, and we'll see them do that some, but they much prefer, Kevin, simply to grind it out.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Fultz, and it's Isaac in at the small forward. And for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Murray out there with Derek White, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. Tip-off goes to Orlando. Fultz with the ball. Pass to Isaac. Fournier with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Gordon. Rebounded by the Spurs.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Offensive rebound. DeRozan's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And that one drops.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz there, Kevin. Excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
The feed to Aldridge. Stolen by Gordon. Fournier against White. Fournier finds Isaac. Pass to Vucevic. Over in the corner, Fultz. The floater, it's good.
And, you know, Fultz has great control on these floaters. Not an easy shot, but he makes it look easy.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Spurs passing it around. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Pirtle.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Fultz, and it's blocked.
Murray is tireless on the defensive end, and you don't want this guy guarding you because he's so pesky. What a rejection.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big-time play on both ends.
White against Fournier. Gordon up on top. Takes a 3. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's DeRozan with the drive.
Tell you what, I don't know of anybody more aggressive at attacking the basket than DeRozan. A lot of his points come off the drive.
Fultz looking around. The Magic again can't hit. San Antonio leading. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Murray. To the paint. And Aldridge slams it in.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp. And he's unselfish, too. You love seeing that combination.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Gordon. And just miss after miss right now.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
DeRozan passes to Aldridge. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Evan Fournier.
How about that for the old up fake? Aldridge knows exactly how to get a defender off his feet.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Spurs.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
The first free throw is good.
Boy, the Spurs really like running through LaMarcus Aldridge in the post. I mean, that's an effective way to play offense, especially early before the defense gets set. He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer strength and size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body into you and leans into that sweet jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
The pass to Isaac. Outside Fournier. Can they get it? It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
DeRozan finds Aldridge, and they pick up 2. Aldridge has got 10.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Fultz, the pass to Isaac. Fournier against White. Goes up at the stripe. It's good.
From the mid-range area, Fournier, very, very gifted. As a pure shooter, he's as good as we have in the league.
Pass to Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. That's 12 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
To the inside, and stolen by Murray. Aldridge's shot is good. He's got 14.
He can't miss.
At least not on those first 6 attempts, Greg. He is scorching out there, flame throwing.
Pass to Gordon. Inside. And Vucevic kicks to Gordon. And the 3 off target.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Down low. Here's Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And here's Fournier. There's Gordon with the 3. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
You know, when Gordon is hitting this all the time, the defense will have to play up on it. Consistency is the key.
A floater, and it's laid up and in by DeRozan.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. All right, Clark, game is on the line. 1 free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. Rudy Gay's checked in for Pirtle. Gordon finds Isaac. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Fultz. Outside Fournier. 5 on the clock. Back to Fultz. From deep three-point range. No good on the shot. Murray with the defensive effort. And the layup falls.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Fournier passes to Isaac. White against Fournier. Passes to Vucevic. Shoots over White. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Spurs. And a change for the Magic. Ross is checked in. San Antonio on defense. 13-point lead. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. That shot missing. So the Spurs will take it the other way. And they double up DeRozan. He kicks to Murray. Out to the wing. Here's Forbes. From outside, off the mark.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
They get it back. Good work defensively by Gay.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Aldridge against Vucevic, and that one's good by Aldridge.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And the pass to Gordon. To the middle, trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Here is Forbes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Murray. And he banks in the layup. And the Spurs lead by 15.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Fultz. Here is Ross. Vucevic down low. He's covered by Murray. Fournier trying to break loose. Scooped up. And it's Vucevic missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Pass to Forbes. And here's Gay. And Forbes has it in the corner. Offline with his 3.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Right side, Gordon. Over Gay, and the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
And the release on the jumper from Gordon is just pure. A lot of that hard work paying dividends. I'd like to see him drain these looks more often.
Here's Aldridge. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
The lead now in single digits.
Boy, for a young guy, Fultz is really a smart player. Takes on the pick and roll with confidence and poise. Man, outstanding work.
To the paint, here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Lyles checked in for Aldridge. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Passes it to Lyles. 6 to shoot. Top of the key. No good. Shot missing. And Orlando the other way now. Shoots a 3. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 11. Kicks it to Mills. Lyles passes to Mills. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Gay. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done. And the Spurs lead by 13. Now here is Augustine. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Spurs lead by 13. And back in a moment. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Al Farouk Aminu. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with DJ Augustine. Then it's Bamba, and it's Ross in at the small forward position.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Carter-Williams dishes to Ross. 11 feet away, and a great assist by Carter-Williams as that one goes in. Ross has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Magic. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. Augustine against Bellinelli. Now Carter-Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Ross with it. Gay picks him up defensively. We have a step back. Mills with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Gay inside. Aminu on him. Gay misses. The Magic trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And hey, we know the three-point shot is a work in progress for Carter-Williams, but when he's dropping it in from there, you got to get on it.
Lets a floater go. Shot's good by Mills. And the Spurs lead by 10.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
A special skill of Bellinelli's is his catch-and-shoot game. It's simply one of the best in the league.
Bellinelli against Carter Williams. Here's Bamba, up and in on the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And there's the pass to Lyles. He dishes it to Carroll. Bellinelli with it. Pass to Lyles. Over Bamba. Lyles no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
The free throw drops for Augustine.
And a not-so-bright spot for the Magic last season. Too many mistakes.
Well, that comes with a young roster, guys. You know that. There's no way to gain experience other than through time and repetition. These guys are still learning, refining their games, but I think the trade-off is worth it because the future is really bright.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The Magic trail by 6. Here's Isaac. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The 6th pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
First free throw is good.
Well, you know, he's still listed at 6'10", but when you see him standing next to teammates, guys, Jonathan Isaac is clearly taller. By the time he's done growing, he's projected to be a 7-footer or north of that.
So he gets them both. And Isaac doesn't want that 7-footer label, something we've seen before with the guys like Garnett and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I agree. There are a couple of things that go into that when you talk about guys not wanting to be listed at 7 feet. He grew up playing on the perimeter and still has an attachment to that part of his game. And then I think there's also the feeling if you're listed at 7 feet, you're going to get stuck inside. But even more than that, folks tend to look at you differently when you're a 7-footer because you appear to be out of the norm in a major way.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
And the Spurs making a change here. White's checked in.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
The shot by Bellinelli, no good. And it's Carter Williams with the ball for the Orlando Magic. It's a 3-point game. Augustine against Pirtle. Floats one up. 2 points. That one goes.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Augustine against White. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. The Magic trail by 3. Bamba kicks to Aminu. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And the dunk by Bamba.
Really hard to say enough about how good Carter Williams is at spotting the open man. He's got excellent vision and just a nice feel for what they're trying to get done in their offense.
Hurdle finds Carroll. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Trey Lyles. DeRozan comes in for Damari Carroll. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Bellinelli. And so it's San Antonio with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's White. Sweet little floater. White's got his second bucket.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And here's Augustine. Pass to Carter Williams. Now Aminu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
And we talk about trying to manufacture points. The Magic a year ago were last in the league in free throw attempts.
And I think a part of that, guys, is they really don't have enough creators, facilitators, playmakers. You need guys who can break the defense down and then make plays for themselves or others, and that gets you to the foul line, but it also gets you easy baskets. Or the shot repertoire of Jakob Poeltl. Mostly 10 feet and in is his strength. He's an old school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
Gordon's checked in for the Magic. The free throw drops for Poeltl. And Clark at 7 feet tall. Poeltl a live body in there.
He's live and he's also no stiff, guys. Poeltl can catch and finish. He's active in defending. Gets off the ground quickly and easily. I like his package as a big guy.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And it's sent back by Isaac. Fournier passes to Isaac. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Isaac's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Clark, ordinarily quiet by nature, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a more outspoken leader in recent years.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone for the good of the team. Aldridge is, by nature, a laid-back, quiet guy, and sometimes that can work against a team. But in his case, he realized that he needed to be more vocal and stepped into doing that.
Markelle Fultz has checked in for Augustine. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Now here's Fultz. White covering. Fultz, no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and number 1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assists, and blocks. That's a heck of a triple. Derek White played his first 3 years at Division III UC Colorado Springs. This guy ended up being the 29th pick in the 2017 draft out of Colorado. In his lone season with the Buffaloes, he was all Pac-12 first team and all defense.
And both free throws good for White. And coming out of high school, White's only scholarship offer was a partial one to Colorado Springs.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes rejection like that can actually fuel you to greater heights. It put a chip on his shoulder. He plays with an edge. He improved, transferred to the Pac-12 for his senior season, and really the rest is history. He's got a promising future as an NBA player in front of him.
That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Here's Fultz. Passes it to Gordon. Back to Fultz. Here's Isaac. Offensive rebound. Fournier. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
It's stolen by Fultz. To the inside. Here's Gordon, and it's in there. Gordon's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And it's White missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
Well, you look at DeRozan's game, and he's a powerful finisher. That's really one of the main staples of his attack.
Fultz dishes to Fournier. Vucevic against Pirtle. Lob pass to Gordon. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Right side, DeRozan. Aldridge's shot is good.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Fournier finds Gordon. The pass to Isaac. And they double up Gordon. Knocked away. It's stolen by DeRozan. Pass to Forbes. Aldridge with it. He's guarded by Fournier. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Vucevic. Here's White. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Fultz. He's tightly guarded. Banked in off the glass. Fultz has got 6.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
The shot's good from Forbes.
Well, this is the strength and forte of Forbes' game. He's a lethal sniper from deep.
Fultz the pass to Fournier. Plenty of space. Vucevic, and it's put back in by Vucevic. 10 points for him.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Down low, here's DeRozan. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Spurs lead by 5.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect his shot.
Here's Fultz. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Forbes kicks to Pirtle. White looking around. Vucevic with the block.
Denied. Return to sender. That's something you expect from a 7-footer like Vucevic.
Pass to Isaac. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And they're able to recover. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's San Antonio. They lead by...
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. LaMarcus Aldridge was the story in the first quarter. He ended up with 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio? And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
It's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Murray. Passes it to Gordon. He feeds it to Vucevic. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Even with the defense right on top of him, I mean, Vucevic maintains a nice soft touch on these inside shots, and the concentration is not to be overlooked either.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
First one falls for him. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Boy, DeRozan is a treat to watch. This guy is athletic, and he throws down some monster dunks. This dude is sick at the rim.
Isaac finds Fournier. Back to Isaac. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you've heard the saying on Death in Texas, the San Antonio Spurs might be that third thing you can count on.
Yeah, I agree. A model of consistency, and that starts with culture and chemistry and commitment. And they play smart, they play together, and they rarely beat themselves. And that's one of the reasons the Spurs have been one of the greatest pro sports franchises in history over the last 25 years.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Isaac.
And, the Magic last year, they hired Steve Clifford as head coach. He's known for his defensive systems, and they allow the 5th fewest points in the league, and they're 6th in block shots. So defense clearly much improved for them.
He hits both from the stripe. And the Magic also had the personnel to have a great defense.
You really have to have athleticism and length to be a really good defensive team, and then the willingness to play at that end of the floor. Clifford inherited a roster with that kind of makeup.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Hey, guys, imagine trying to stop that coming at you. 6'10", athletic, quick, strong. Isaac is a difficult matchup.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And, guys, the Spurs team dinner's the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys, and I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
LDA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
Really a fantastic job by Gordon to bury himself down there, giving the defense really no other choice than to foul him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Lyles check in for the Spurs. Good on the second free throw.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
I got yours.
Now the pass to Lyles. Double team on Aldridge. Here's DeRozan. They grab their own miss.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And the quick release of Fournier. Man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Out left to the wing. Here's Vucevic. And that one goes long. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Isaac with the steal. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And he gets it to go. Isaac's got 12 in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
DeRozan passes to Aldridge.
You know, as good as the Magic were defensively last year, they were just as challenged offensively. Struggled a bit at that end of the floor. Only 24th in the league in points.
The Spurs have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
That's good from Aldridge.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take on more of a leadership role. He's somebody the younger guys can look up to.
And the Spurs with some changes. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bellinelli in for Derek White. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Gordon. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Inside, Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
And to be fair, Clark, the Magic offense has struggled for about a decade now.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, you think about some of the outstanding players they've had in the past, Dwight Howard and Vince Carter. Their impact of that quality offensively just wasn't ever really replaced.
Here's Bellinelli, and it's blocked. But they get it back. They get it again in the dunk by Lyles.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Spurs leading by 3. Gay dishes to Murray. Spurs working the ball around now. And that one, good.
Gay has made a great transformation over the years from a traditional wing to somebody who scores all over the court, including inside.
Here's Carter-Williams. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Spurs have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Bellinelli finds Murray. Back to Bellinelli. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Murray. And the Magic making a change here as well. Ross is checked in for Isaac. San Antonio with the ball, leading by 5. Here's Gay. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
He gets that one. 8 points for Mohamed Bamba.
And Carter-Williams is really a gifted passer. Great vision.
Pass to Lyles. He kicks to Carroll. Pass to Mills. That one good for 2. Mills has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player. And both free throws good for Ross.
Spurs leading by 3. Mills looking it over. Down low, here's Bellinelli. An easy 2 points on the layup. Bellinelli's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
To the inside, and the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, I tell you, Bamba's wingspan and his standing reach is ridiculous. This dude was born to throw it down.
Now, here's Mills, guarded by Augustine. Mills passes to Gay. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Bamba. The rebound by the Spurs. Now here's Gay. Passes to Mills. There's the pass to Lyles. That 3 off the mark. The Magic trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Carter Williams. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Michael Carter Williams, so good at playing through contact and knocking the shot down.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for San Antonio.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Bellinelli. And it's tied up with that one.
The Syracuse alum, Carter Williams, a combo guard with really outstanding court vision and excellent speed.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Magic have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Pass to Augustine. Back to Ross for the lead. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 5 assists in the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Back to Lyles. Lays it up and banks it in. Lyles got the game tied up here for the Spurs. Orlando with the ball. Now Carter Williams. He's got 9. Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Gay kicks to Carroll. There's the triple. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Aminu. Fournier is checked in for Carter Williams. On defense, the Magic. A 2-point game. Clock at 6. The 3 from Mills. That shot off. The Magic go the other way with it. Pass to Fournier. A little bit of a down season for Evan Fournier in 2018-19.
Yeah, it was, Kevin. I mean, he got the same minutes, but his percentages were down. He's out there for his offense, so he's got to be more efficient going forward.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And another area where they've separated themselves, guys, is at the foul line. I mean, those extra points are starting to add up.
And that one falls for Fournier.
And Fournier is highly skilled, a crafty European talent who's really fearless when it comes to shooting the basketball.
And so Fournier nails both of them. Spurs trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Mills, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6 foot nothing. And that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, Patty Mills is one of a long line of outstanding Australian players who played their college ball in Northern California at St. Mary's College.
The Spurs making a switch here. Birtles checked in, and both free throws good for Mills. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Augustine with it. And it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The dish to Mills. Carroll finds Mills. There's the 3. They get the rebound. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Hey, it is never easy guarding Pirtle. I mean, he's got so many moves and a lot of ways to get defenders to foul him.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
Kept alive. Bamba dishes to Gordon. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Magic lead by 3.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
And Mills kicks to Carroll. Gay outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And here's Carroll. No points in the game yet for him. Shot clock at 3 from 20 feet out. No good off the back of the rim.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And the basket by Gordon.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Snatched up. Pirtle. Carroll passes to Pirtle. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Cross with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Augustine finds Gordon. Back to Augustine. Pirtle with the steal. Looking to get back on track here. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
So comfortable finishing on the move. It's very rare to see Gay off balance on his drives.
Augustine passes to Fournier. Kicks it out to Gordon. The tray. No good that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And yes, it's good. And it's now only a 1-point Magic lead.
You know, at just under 6 feet tall, you've got to develop a lot of ways to get your shot off, and Mills has a nice handle on the floater.
Count it. Ross has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle, here's Forbes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Forbes has got 5 now.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Chalk up 2 there.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Gay scanning the floor. It's good. This game is all even. He's got 9. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings, and it's Fultz in at the point.
I think that just demonstrates how gifted Fournier is. I mean, at 6'7", he's really fast and gets to the rim quickly off the drive.
Down low, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Vucevic.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And so he hits both. Here's Fultz. Passes it to Ross. Back to Fultz. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Murray finds Gay. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fournier against White. Fournier's shot is off. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. Over in the corner, White. Shoots over Fournier. Fournier pulls it down. Orlando leading. At the elbow, Vucevic. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Aldridge with some nice deep. Here's White. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. Outside Gordon. Jacks up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. Doubled by Murray. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
All the reach you need to throw it down there. Vucevic making it look easy.
Here's DeRozan. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Aldridge against Vucevic. Shot clock at 5. There's Gordon with the 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Murray with the bounce pass. Gay outside. Over Gordon. That's good from Gay on the assist by Aldridge.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Fultz the pass to Ross. And here's Vucevic. DeRozan defending. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Magic.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Ross finds Isaac. Over White. Isaac misses. The Spurs have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Tonight, Aldridge is doing a little bit of everything at the offensive end, and he's doing it all quite well.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
San Antonio making a switch here. Isles checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
It's stolen by DeRozan to tie it up. And the layup is good. It's all knotted up.
Well, that steal was really triggered by the quick instincts of DeRozan. Very aware and then anticipating the pass.
Here's Fultz, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Now here's Murray. And what a great job he's doing as a playmaker out there.
No doubt about it. And guys, the best players play for their teammates, not for themselves. It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
Ross against White. Now Ross. Here's Gordon. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Aldridge. DeRozan against Ross. Fultz brings the double team. Wiles with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
Hard to overstate the muscle Fultz showed there. Excellent absorbing the contact on his way to the hoop.
Wiles kicks to Murray. Wiles inside, defended by Gordon, and there it is for him. 30 points for Aldridge.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Here's Isaac. No good on the triple. And so White will bring it up for San Antonio. Here's Murray. And he drops it in from the low post. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And, you know, Isaac is a high percentage shooter, takes good shots and makes a good percentage of them, and he's very skilled at getting position to throw it down on you.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Spurs. Orlando's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Fultz with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Poeltl against Ross. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 3-point Orlando lead.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. And the minutes down, Clark slightly for Pirtle last season, but his role grew down the stretch.
And not only his role grew, but I think his production improved as well. He got better as a passer. His rebounding took a jump forward. The counting stats won't wow you, but he's making progress and impacting his team in a positive way.
Vucevic gets double teamed. Ross with it, down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over DeRozan. Again, the Magic score.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Murray dishes to Aldridge. Fultz brings the double team. Here's Pirtle. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. It's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
To the paint, here's White. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. White's got 11 in the second half.
Well, you look at him, he's a quality floor general who knows exactly how to dish the ball to his teammates. Murray, nice job there running the offense.
Here's Fultz. Nice D from DeRozan. San Antonio trailing here. Over in the corner, White. To the inside, Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
In these types of situations, this team turns to Pirtle. He's more than ready for any challenge that comes his way.
Fultz the pass to Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. That's good from Fultz on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 assists now in this one. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
DeRozan finds Pirtle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Pirtle's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. Orlando with the ball. Doubled by Murray. Now here's Fultz. Defense right on him, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
And Orlando making a change here. Fournier is checked in. Here's Murray. Inside, and Aldridge slams it in.
Because he knows how to come through, you know exactly why they go to Aldridge in these spots.
Here's Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Isaac's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, I like how poised Isaac is. Excellent calmness and control. That's impressive for a young guy.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
His game continuing to evolve, guys, and shots like this prove Murray is the real deal.
That one misses for Murray.
You know, you look at the potential Murray has, and it's exciting, quite honestly. He's a lead guard. He plays the point, but he's more of a scorer than a distributor at this point.
And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now, here's Fultz. He's covered by Murray. And Fultz gets it to go. Fultz has got 10 points here in the second half. The Spurs shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
Aldridge never backs down in these big moments. A player who wants the ball in clutch situations.
Fultz, the pass to Vucevic. Looking for Fultz. He gets it in there. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LaMarcus Aldridge.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Here's Vucevic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And Vucevic is just a gamer, somebody who accepts the responsibility of coming up big when his team needs it.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1. There's 42 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Murray. Count it!
Tell you what, guys, you've got to be more aware of Murray there. When he's aggressive like that, he can cause problems.
And the Magic with possession. Fultz dishes to Vucevic. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. "23 seconds left in the fourth. Murray outside.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trail by 1. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Murray. Yes!
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
For 3, Murray. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish.